Compass FM, Blondie and Atomic. It is 10 past 8. Tuesday, 22nd of July. Always nice to have a chat with the wonderful voice of North Canterbury, Dan Gordon, Mayor of the Waimakariri. Kia ora, good morning, Dan.
I thought you were introing yourself there, Kerry, there for a minute.
Never do that.
Being the voice of North Canterbury yourself.
Oh, never do that.
It's always nice to be on, thank you.
And look,
Good morning.
It's been a pretty busy week for you last week. I want to touch briefly on a man who has had a hell of a lot to do in the community, Neil Price. Passed away early last week. His service, I believe, was yesterday, is that right?
Yes, it was.
Okay, tell us a wee bit about Neil.
Neil was an amazing man, and someone I considered a friend. I catch up with him for coffee quite regularly, and I had the honour and privilege, asked on behalf of the family if I would speak yesterday, which I did, and in my eulogy talked of his many years of service. Neil was almost 90, and in actual fact was a month short of 89, so remarkable fellow. In fact, I was only just talking to him on the Saturday prior to his passing, and there's no indication. In fact, I understand it was very sudden, but if it wasn't service with the fire brigade, he was a councillor, a district councillor, as well as Kaiapoi Borough councillor before amalgamation, then on to the RSA, you name it. There wasn't much that Neil wasn't involved in, and in fact going to Kaiapoi is going to feel strange from now on, actually for a while, because Neil's just not going to be there, but his presence will still be felt. And I paid tribute, as did others, to his extraordinary community service. And last year I'm so pleased I gave him a Mayor's Award for that exemplary service over many years. 60 years as a member of the Kaiapoi Working Men's Club. He was a life member of most organisations. He's just a living legend, and someone that just gave so much to his community. And rest in peace, Neil. I'm thinking of Judy and the family at this time, because it's I know what it's like to lose someone close to you, and it'll take quite a while for a new normal to set in.
If it may be any solace to the family, with the amount of respect and love that the entire community had, and it still does have for Neil, the whānau of Neil Price, we got you back, I think, is maybe a good way of putting it.
Yeah, 100%.
Last week, as I say, you're pretty busy. You're at a local government conference in the city. So is there any future for local government?
Yes, there is, despite some of the rhetoric that might have been expressed. Look, at the end of the day, governments are entitled to their views. I don't think we're one of those councils that's in the gun, but there sure are a number where their targets are set. We've got on and doing the things. Like yesterday, we had announced we're the second council to have our local water done well, our water services delivery plan signed off. That's no mean feat. How
many councils are there?
There's 67.
So we being the Waimakariri was the second one? Is that what I heard you
Yes,
say?
we are. Well, actually, with the exception of Auckland, but it was very early in the days, but that's a separate case. But we're the second to get ours over the line. And
signed and ready to move.
Signed and ready to move, yeah. So that was yesterday.
That's actually a very good thing to hear for locals.
Extraordinary news. So, we worked very hard on that, and our team did, and we've consulted with our community, engaged and kept them along the line, up to date with what's going on. So look, I'm really proud of that, and for our team and for all the effort that's gone in to get that where it needs to be.
Final question about the conference. I am quite keen on hearing what the catering was like. Was it top notch, or was it sort of just club sandwiches and
to be honest, I
rolls?
didn't really pay much attention to it. I'm not really... look, very nice, Kerry. There's lots of sponsors that come along, and I think that always the hit there is the Fonterra, where they have ice creams and barista coffee. But from what I observed, it looked very nice. In fact, but I was spending a lot of time talking and catching up with various people, colleagues from around the country. Those we've got to know very well through Three Waters. But that's the point about conferences, actually, is it's not so much the outward messaging, but it's the internal networking that's really important. And I have to say that it was really nice to catch up with all those people, but also to hear a range of speakers, not just the ones that got the media attention, but there are a range of really good speakers that were insightful and inspiring to all of us at the moment. That our sector is getting a bit of an unfair bash, I think, at times.
Local government?
Yep. And I just say, as we come into the election period, I'd really like to ask candidates to keep it civil, and external parties which are supporting particular viewpoints. That's their democratic right.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't mean that you get online and you start bashing people and saying things that are untrue. Look, people see through that rubbish anyway. But there are a number of councillors and others who not from our council necessarily, but from others around the country, who are feeling it at the moment.
One in particular, I'm actually looking at this local story. Her name is Jenny Duncan.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know about this. It's on a screen in front of me. Jenny Duncan. She's calling it quits. She's had 4 terms on a district council, and she's not going to do it again because the angst is outweighing the good that she can do.
Well, I can tell you that our council gets the same. We get some disgusting emails at times. I get them diverted directly from my inbox. I don't want to read that stuff. I'm really happy to engage with anyone that really wants to listen and is in a two-way street. We don't have to agree, but at least it's respectful in the conversation. Those that descend to that level need to reflect on themselves, and actually it puts off really good people who may not be as strong in that regard, but are actually particularly good elected members. I'm strong. I can put up with anything that's thrown at me. As my parents said to me as I'm growing up, you're big enough and ugly enough, deal with it, rise above it, get above it. I've been picked on. I was a big kid through school. I know what it's like to have bullies at you. Look, I've been insulted by experts. I'm not worried about what is said, but I am worried about the fact that it puts off
others,
good people from standing. And also, the councillors and the community board members that we've got here work really hard. They don't deserve some of the material, or all the material that's presented to them, because most of it's not factual. It's just made up, and it's serving a particular political agenda. That's their democratic right. I just say, coming into the selection period, everyone needs to just sort of take a deep breath and think about the things that they're saying. The keyboard warriors out there that think that those sort of things are fine, those people have got families that read those things, that get upset about it. They don't deserve that. Keep it to the points of matters, but don't make it personal. And it's really sad to hear that good councillors like Jenny Duncan from Wanganui are really considering. Selwyn Council over there, most of their council are not restanding.
Why would that be, Dan?
I think there's a range of reasons, probably the same.
I understand that one or two of the councils in our particular broadcast area are looking for more people to nominate themselves or to stand for council as well. Very low numbers standing.
Well, you've got to ask yourself why. When you're putting yourself through some of those things, and I hope that people have a dig deep. I'm encouraging people every day to make sure that they put their names forward, because we need, importantly, choice, but also good people there. We're one of the councils that has and does keep itself connected to its public. So when I hear things that we're not open and transparent, I sit there and I really do doubt the integrity of the comments that are being made there.
I can say that I've got a note here to talk about the comms from Waimakariri District Council. My note says comms top notch. We're getting texts, we're getting emails. You're spreading the news for things on the radio, for roadworks or pipe changes, all that sort of stuff. The communication's pretty good. We get it, so please continue to do that from the Waimakariri District Council.
Thank you. Well, the team do an amazing job right across the organisation, but our comms team, but we listen. We hear feedback from the past. They take that on board and they adapt, and also all the modern methods we've got of communicating. Our comms team do a superb job. And I say to people where there's issues, rather than brewing on it or hitting social media complaining about it, which is their right, get in, phone us and let us know what they are. Put in a SNAP-SEN solve. You'll find that will get looked at and resolved. SNAP-SEN solved, very, very good. Very briefly, Dan, your comments on Anne Munro, the Mayor of the Mackenzie District, who has announced that she's no longer going to be sitting due to ill health. really sad news. Anne's a friend. She's part of the zone that we're part of, that I chair, and also part of the Canterbury Mayoral Forum. So it's sad news, not unexpected, because Anne's been experiencing poor health for the last 12 or so months, or of up to that level, and her deputy Karen has stepped in as acting mayor. But I think sad news for the district, because Anne's been a long-term elected member, but also I think had done a great job as mayor. I just wish her and her family well, and I'll be keeping her in my thoughts and prayers in the coming period of time.
Dan Gordon, Mayor of the Waimakariri District, popping in every Tuesday morning to Compass FM. Appreciate you doing so. We'll see you next week.
Kerry. Look forward to it.
Compass FM.